and welcome back to the Heads Together podcast. Thank you for joining me again this week. I want to kick off this week by sharing the quote that inspired me to talk about this topic this week. And it's from the amazing Maya Angelou. I mean, let's face it, there are so many incredible quotes I could have picked, but I want to share this. And I know you'll have heard it before. I'm not uncovering something hidden or something that you won't already know. But it's the quote where she says, people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. And I read that again this week, and it absolutely, for some reason, it was like reading it for the first time. I don't know why. It's not, I've read it before, but it really was like reading it for the first time in the impact it had on me. And it got me thinking about the feelings that we need to generate in prospective clients so that they understand that we are the one that can help them. And this is so important. It's more than messaging. It's more than your brand. It's more than your skill. It's more than your qualifications. How you make people feel is what will drive them to work with you. Welcome to the Heads Together podcast. I'm Jill Mokes, and I am obsessed with cutting through the noise when it comes to growing your business. Each week, via intimate coaching conversations and inspirational stories, I share what it really takes to get the results you want in a way that feels right to you. I am all about attracting higher ticket opportunities, building authentic relationships, and creating the abundant, full-fat version of your dream business. I mean, how many of us have beavered away creating a light version of what we really want? The thing is, I honestly believe when you're outstanding at what you do, there is no limit to what you can achieve. So, are you ready to put our heads together and make it happen? Let's go. Okay, so what feelings do you need to generate in a prospective client? So say if you're on like a discovery call with them, sales call, whatever you call it, how do you get that client desperate to work with you? How do you bring about that feeling in them that they have to work with you, they have to hire you? The decision to invest in working with a coach or a consultant or any service provider, actually, it's an emotional one. It's based on like that desire for a change. I don't know whether it's a change in their personal life, their business life, whatever change it is. That's what the decision to invest is going to be driven by. And desire for change, that's emotive. These prospects that you've got on the phone with or got on a Zoom call with, they have a problem. They're frustrated with something they can't do for themselves. Maybe they've got an issue that's outside their skill set. They need someone else to resolve for them. And they're looking for the person who has the solution. And you know how they're going to know when they've found the right person? It's because they'll feel a certain way. It's because certain feelings will come up for them that will trigger in their minds, this is my person. This is the one that I can trust to help me. So let's run through. These are some of the feelings that I feel you need to think about. They need to feel confident. And by that, I mean they need to be confident that they can trust you. And this is just huge, isn't it? You know this yourself. People will only pay people they trust, right? They might consume free content from any Tom, Dick and Harry. and do. I do it. I consume content from all over the place. Less widely spread perhaps now than I used to. I'm a little bit more discerning, but I certainly consume free content from a lot wider spectrum of people than I would actually pay to help me. And the truth is that whilst people consume widely, they will only pay people that they've got to trust. They've learned to trust. And to be trustworthy, you have to be straightforward. You've got to be transparent and honest, right? That's what's going to make the difference in this one. This is where people are going to get confident that they can trust you. Please don't buy into the gimmicky marketing techniques, all those kind of spammy things that call your ethics into question, So even sometimes there's one that is a real bugbear for me, and that is trying to pass off an evergreen webinar as a live event. So straight away for me, if someone does that, I am straight away thinking they are trying to fool me somehow. They're not being transparent and honest with me. And that will turn me off. You know yourself how that kind of disingenuous marketing makes you feel, right? And I know that that's a very mild example, passing off an evergreen webinar as a live one. I think a lot of people do it. My opinion, don't do it. It doesn't feel great. Just be honest and transparent about it. Like I say, you know how that kind of gimmicky stuff makes you feel, so don't inflict that on others. Be transparent, be straightforward, be ethical, honest, and that will generate that feeling of confidence in your prospective clients. Okay? They will feel confident to put their trust in you. The next feeling I want to talk about is how making people feel safe is super important. When you make people feel safe on that call, they will open up to you. And when people open up, that's when they share their real needs and desires with you, right? So how do you make someone feel safe? It's all about empathy. It's all about empathy and assurance. So when you empathize with someone, you're letting them know that you understand. You get how this is making them feel. If they are sharing with you their frustration around something that is holding them back in their life or their business, empathize with that. Genuinely try and put yourself in their shoes and feel how frustrating that must be for them, right? And then let them know that. Let them know that you understand how that makes them feel. And then assurance as well. So to make them feel safe, you need to let them know that you're not judging them. You need to assure them that call with you is a safe place and they can speak freely. So one of the things that I think is quite nice to do is just reminding someone at the beginning of a discovery call or a sales call, or like I say, whatever you call it, is just remind them that this is a safe space and that you can't be overheard. Tiny little thing. Very important if you're a coach, just to do that contracting piece at the beginning of assuring someone you should be doing this on a discovery call, just the way you would in a coaching session. So just assuring them that anything they tell you is confidential. This is a safe space. You can't be overheard. And straight away, you're making them feel like they can open up to you. And like I say, when they open up, that's when you really get to the bottom of what they really want, what they need. Okay? And the next feeling I want to talk about is hope. Hopeful. Feeling hopeful. Because here's the thing, by the time you come into that person's life, I'm really betting that they are weary of the frustration that they're feeling around what doesn't work for them. Whatever that issue, that problem, that frustration is that they have, I would probably put money on the fact that they will have tried lots of different options already to fix it themselves. Yeah. If they're now on a discovery call with you, the chances are they will have already tried other ways to fix this issue, this problem, or other ways to get that result that they're looking for. And they're probably running out of energy to try anything new. Let's face it. I mean, I don't know about you, but I have had lots of conversations with people who've come to me and said, I feel just so hopeless. I don't know what to try anymore. And here's the thing. If you can inject those people with hope for their future, hope that in the next, I don't know, however many weeks, months, whatever it is, that if they work with you, that situation's going to change for them. Bring back that hope for them. Paint the picture for them of what their life and business would look like with you in their corner. That's what's going to give them hope again. Make sense? Let's take that one a step further. I want you to, as that hope starts coming back, and suddenly, you'll notice it on the call. You will notice their voice will become stronger. Their shoulders will lift. As I said that, I lifted my shoulders. You probably did too if you're listening. We're so suggestible, aren't we? What I want you to do at that point is join them in their mounting excitement. They're going to start feeling excited. And you know why? It's because as you give them that hope, they're going to start daring to believe again that they found the solution. They're going to start really thinking, God, I think I can trust this person. I think this person is going to be able to help me. And that's going to bring some excitement to them. And I want you to join in that with them. Mirror that excitement. Model that excitement. So things like brainstorming with them on the call. Okay? Because they're going to have ideas that they want to talk to you about. If they're thinking of hiring someone to help them, they're going to have ideas. Brainstorm with them. And now this is critical, right? Listen to this one really super carefully. I want you to assume the enrollment. Assume that they are signing up with you as a client, and just start talking about what it's going to be like when you're working together. You can say things like, I just can't wait to deep dive into whatever thing that you are going to be hired to work with them on. I just can't wait to deep dive into your SEO with you. That's going to really get some clarity for you. I can't wait till we get to this part of the journey, because that's when we're going to finally get to, so like I say, talk with excitement, mirror their mounting excitement, because they will be getting excited. If you're doing a good job of demonstrating to them what it feels like to work with you, which is what this call should be all about. It should be all about giving them a taste of what it feels like to work with you. Then that feeling of excitement will be mounting. And I want you to join them in that feeling. The next feeling I want you to generate in those clients, those prospective clients, is I want you to make them feel special. And what I mean by that is you are not the right person for everyone. You're not the right coach for everyone. You're not the right consultant for everyone. You're not the right graphic designer for everyone. You're not the right brand strategist for everyone. Whatever you do, you will not be the perfect fit for everyone. And certainly if you're one of my clients, if you know my process around selling to higher ticket clients or selling your higher ticket offers, you'll know that I recommend wholeheartedly an application sales funnel. So that means that someone applies to get on a call with you. That gives you the ability to give them, a good hour of your time and really do a deep dive on this discovery call with them. So if you are using that method, which I recommend, then they have already been vetted by you based on the answers they gave in their application form. By the very virtue that you're on the call with them means that you have already vetted them and you've made a decision that they are someone that you can help. So share that with them. Share with them the fact that you don't offer to work with just everyone or anyone. Share with them that they meet the criteria. And that's why you know without doubt that you can get the results they're looking for. You know, all of this, one thing you're going to notice that there's a really genuine, authentic, transparent thread running through all of these. This is all very, very real. There is nothing here that is about tricking someone into feeling a certain way. That's not what this is about. This is about doing the right things that naturally lead to your prospective clients feeling this way. Okay? The next feeling that I want you to think about is I want your prospective clients, I want them to be impatient to work with you. I want them to be chomping at the bit to get their first session booked in or to get access to your program or, to get their email with their onboarding instructions arriving. We want them to be impatient for that. And to do that, I want you to think about the language you use around, by this time next week, we could be XYZ, whatever that first rung of the ladder on the journey of working with you would look like. What's that first thing that you tackle with a new client? So use that language around this is how soon they could be feeling the benefit of working with you. Make them impatient. And of course, by the end of the call, I want the overwhelming feeling that they have to be one of relief. Relief that they have finally, without any shadow of a doubt, found the person that they trust to help them. Because just going back to what we said at the beginning of this episode, people will only pay to work with people they trust. And the purpose of this call is twofold. Discovery calls are about two things. One is giving the person a taste of what it's like to work with you. Don't hold back. Give them your best stuff, right? And then the second thing is building the trust. Show them who you really are. Share with them what matters to you. Share with them what your values are. Demonstrate that you're trustworthy and they will want to work with you. And they will want to hire you. Okay, I hope that has been helpful. Just going back to that Maya Angelou quote at the beginning, it just couldn't be more true, could it? People don't forget how you made them feel. That's what really drives decisions to invest with someone, how they make them feel. So bear that in mind. Have a think about that. Obviously, in the show notes, there'll be a transcription in the show notes. I always say, if you want to go there, you can always print off that or copy the transcription, highlight those separate feelings and just scribble them on a Post-it or something, if that would be helpful. And of course, I touched on there that you can apply to get on a call with me. It's a full 60 minutes of business coaching. It's around any topic that you feel would move the needle for you the most. Okay. Like any kind of discovery call or breakthrough session, there is no obligation to work with me afterwards. And it is a genuine full hour of business coaching. So I am very transparent, a little bit meta, because obviously what I teach is also the process that prospective clients go through to come to me. So it's all very open, very transparent. If you would like to apply for one of those sessions, you can do that at jillmokes.com/apply. Okay, until next week. Bye for now. I hope you enjoyed this episode and that getting our heads together this week has filled your mind with what's possible. If you love the show, would you do me a massive favour, please? Would you leave a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts? It would really help me put more heads together, reach more ears and expand more minds. Until next week, bye for now.